like these charges are traffic.
Being and out of traffic.
You got any units east of 74? What's your PC for stop? Traffic charges and what about? Shut it down.
I was starting my shift when the deputy out west attempted to do a traffic stop on a vehicle. He advised that that vehicle was not stopping.
You think he's trying to get the Jeffers? Yes.
Different units, are you able to break away from the disturbance?
I was headed northbound on 258th Avenue, which is towards the assigned area that I was working at the time.
It's going to be north on 45th. It's going around traffic. It's reckless again. Ran the red light, 45th, northbound.
As soon as you see the vehicle, it's about to get real.
Behind him, he's pulling away from you. Still going east on 49.
When I had attempted to stop the vehicle by turning on my emergency lights and siren, he completely disregarded them. Immediately, I knew that he wasn't going to stop. We really have to ask ourselves, is the juice worth the squeeze? You must take into consideration the time of day, the number of motorists on the road, pedestrians on the side of the road. There's so many factors.
The decision was made at that point just to let the helicopter vector in on this subject and tell us where he was going.
The time to get into the air is essential because a high-speed chase is very fluid. There are times where the vehicle may be trying to exit our county, or there may be times where the occupant who's fleeing in the vehicle may try to stop the vehicle somewhere and flee on foot.
We're lifting off from the pad right now. We'll be over site in a minute.
It's important that we get in the air and above the fleeing vehicle as quickly as possible because that gives us an advantage from the air that they can't have from the ground.
I think I got it 40, eastbound 47th Street, about to turn north on 30, I think 36 Ave. I don't have the map up yet. The white SUV backing into, I think off 30th, just south of 48th Street, trying to get the K9 unit.
When we initially got the call that the pursuit was happening, was actually during one of our K9 training days. Everyone's running to their trucks, throwing their gear on, let's see who could get there first type deal.
Pulling in the back of the house. They're trying to hide the car. Take a right at the dead end.
He's guiding me to a heavily residential area with a lot of houses pretty close to each other. We have no idea what he's about to do.
The male is getting out of the car now. Not that first house, the second house on the right. The car is between the fence and the house.
As a K9 handler, I went to go into a position to try to head him off should he run on foot.
Going, keep going, keep going. He's in the driver's door right now with the door open. Right there, stop. He's right there, driver's door open. Trying to back out, guys, block him in. He can't get out. Got him right there. Round 47.
I thought it was going to be over. In all reality, it should have been over at that point. Unfortunately, he did get back in his vehicle and got back on the move, which made me very angry.
Just went south on 38th Avenue from 47th Street.
It is much harder to control your vehicle in the smaller roads, and he's trying to make turns to avoid us.
2101, I'm gonna try and pit if I got the opportunity.
I knew that my time to pit him was going to be extremely limited, as I wasn't going to do that on any residential street.
Coming up to 47th Street.
Back eastbound 47th Street. Eastbound 47th, guys.
He was, I think, pretty aware of what I was trying to do, so he would speed up or slow down. He would just go into a densely populated area. It seemed as if he knew what he was doing.
2101, I'm gonna try and pit. Going into east on 46th lane. Never mind, don't have an opportunity.
If it's not done properly or in the right conditions, it can result in injury to the person in the vehicle, myself, or the general public, and I don't want that to happen.
Eastbound on 46th lane from 41st, southbound 41st Avenue. Eastbound 46th Street from 41st Avenue. Coming right at you guys.
There's no long stretches of roadway. It's a lot of side streets. So your job is to block avenues of escape.
We work so hard to get our patrol deputies to them to try to block them in, but we're not always successful. So we just kind of start over.
Down 40th Avenue, 4600 block. Victory Park, 40th Avenue, reckless.
This guy was incredibly desperate, and he was doing whatever he could to get away from us. His actions were putting our lives at greater risk, his own life at a very high risk, and also the general public.
It's down 46th Street from 38th Court. Northbound 38th Avenue.
It looks like we got 10 in this couple block area.
But he's just making turns, and I don't know, I can't keep an eye on your other guys. He's just circling this 4 or 5 block radius right here.
Typically someone fleeing in a vehicle, they want to flee to an area so they can abandon the vehicle and run on foot.
When we had run the plates of the vehicle, it was determined that the person that owned the vehicle was not the one that was driving. It just leaves it kind of in the dark with this complete unknown.
It just became more and more ridiculous that he was just looping and turning and U-turns, and he didn't seem to have a plan of where he was trying to get. He was just trying to not stop.
As the evening traffic picked up, there were more vehicles on the road. I was hoping for one of the exterior streets to initiate a pit, as it's wide enough and traffic is light enough and there's way less people out. At that point, I felt like I had the ability to end the pursuit. The stakes are on at this point. I was under a lot of stress because this pursuit had already been going on for quite some time, and myself and everybody wanted this to be over. So the pressure's on.
Try and pit.
We got pit maneuver.
But was unsuccessful. I had actually hit the brakes, and I wasn't able to get further enough forward on the rear of his vehicle. So he only turned sideways, and then went off into the field.
He's going through the field, going into High Ridge. He's going through the field, going northeast through the field into High Ridge.
Myself and several other vehicles went in the field also to try to immobilize him. I was more than willing to sacrifice my vehicle to stop the pursuit at that point. But unfortunately, with the traction control system in my vehicle, I couldn't accelerate in the grass.
The voice command system.
Coming back out to 49th Street, going to be westbound 49th Street.
I believe it maybe emboldened him to continue to say, I'm going to keep driving and you're going to have to stop me if you can. That lets you know that you're going to have to take actions to completely disable the vehicle.
He's going to be southbound 40th Avenue from 49th.
I was on 40th Avenue, and I hear he's trending my direction, and sure enough, I see the vehicle come careening off of a side road out in front of me, strikes one of our unmarked vehicles and rips the bumper off of it. The moment you get complacent and you're not ready for a threat, that's when bad things happen.
21 all units, just stand down, let them all see if we can get this guy somewhere. This is getting him again. I said you destroyed my vehicle.
The chance of something going wrong, the longer it goes, does escalate. A 3-minute long pursuit isn't nearly as dangerous as a 30-minute long pursuit, just because of the duration. That's when our units start backing off. It gives the illusion to the offender that they're no longer in danger of being apprehended. They don't realize that they're being followed. They think, well, law enforcement has cut and run, they're not going to try to catch us anymore, and then they'll go somewhere and get out of their vehicle.
All SO units, shut your sirens down and let the hawk follow this guy. There's people everywhere on the streets out here.
As it continued, everyone starts to come out of their house. Everyone starts standing on the side of the road. There's people cheering it on. There's people waving them to pull over. All it's going to take is them to hit someone for it to go real badly.
Eastbound 49th Street, passing 38 Circle. Southbound 35th Avenue. Westbound 47th Street from 35th Avenue. No units behind them, still driving at a high rate of speed.
When we're attempting to throw stop sticks, they're out of their vehicles when they're doing that. So they're an easy target if this guy wants to divert our attempt to catch him by striking one of our deputies. It's a highly dangerous situation.
Can I 2 good sticks on 47th Street at 38th Avenue?
He's coming to 47th Place. He's going to be coming 47th Place to 40th Avenue.
Good stick hits. Keep following him.
Deputy Farrar, he was hiding in the bushes, concealing himself in the foliage before he deployed the stop sticks. The first opportunity that the suspect had knowledge of the deputy being there and there being stop sticks was when they were already in the road. So it was immediate deployment and immediate hit.
He's still on Lincoln. I believe he's going to be coming out to 40th again from Lincoln. Affirmative, northbound on 40th from Lincoln Drive. Good stop stick hit.
Whenever you hear that there's a successful stop stick deployment, it definitely gives you that reassuring feeling because now you know that they're on borrowed time.
Eastbound 49th Street from 40th to 38 Circle, the Victory Park Apartments.
Come on, shut this entrance down. Do not let this guy back out of here.
He goes into Taylor Point apartment complex. It's a large complex, but it is, once you go in the entry gate, that's the only way you can get out. He is putting the people that live there at risk. What is he going in there to do? Is he going in there to hide in somebody's apartment? Is he gonna steal somebody's car in there? Is he gonna hopefully not take somebody hostage? You know, what is he gonna do? We don't know. Are they a trained fighter? Do they have a weapon on them? Our goal is we're gonna get them in handcuffs, so we're gonna do what we need to do that.
He's southbound on the east side, southbound on the west side, correction. He's heading toward the south west side of it as we speak. He's going through the parking lot now. Just the southwest corner. I'll let you know what he does.
Somebody block off the gate, not the entrance. Block off the gate.
He's got his car pointed toward the gate.
You definitely get that little bit of adrenaline spike because you know, especially from a canine handler point of view, that it's only a matter of time before this turns to something on foot. Very rarely after a pursuit like this does someone just step out and give up willingly.
He's at a dead end, guys. He's trying to make a U-turn right there. All right, black male. He's running toward Victory Park, guys. Victory Park to the old Sunset Apartment. Get someone to the southeast corner of Victory Park Apartment.
I was coming in behind him. I had every intention of ramming his vehicle up into the fence and just completely immobilizing it so he couldn't keep moving. As I was coming to a stop, he's already out of his vehicle, and he's running around the front of the vehicle.
He's got an infant in his hand. He has an infant with him.